The results are in.
It's really important that everyone gets their water tested.
And out of thousands of water samples taken in Flint, more than 24 still have high levels of lead. And the question tonight on Local 4 News at 11 is why?
Yeah, researchers from the federal government and the state are going back to those affected homes searching for clues. The lead in these 24 spots may be too high for water filters to even handle.
Mara McDonald again live tonight in Flint. And Mara, the push now is for everybody in Flint to have their water tested.
Devin, you're absolutely right, and boy, do we have a lot to get to. Here's the deal. For starters, the federal government as well as state government is calling on everybody in Flint to get their water tested. You can pick up free water lead testing kits at any of the water distribution centers. Realize that of the thousands of water sample tests that have been done here, most have come back just fine. However, you've got 26 homes that are testing at greater than 150 parts per billion for lead. Why is that significant? Because the EPA says anything over 15 parts per billion is cause for action.
We're trying to do this as quickly as we can.
The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services says out of 4,000 water samples taken in Flint, 26 homes have come back with lead above 150 parts per billion. That's way too high. This is water that is unfiltered when tested, and right now, no one is quite sure why. What they are sure of?
So I want to stress this does not mean that we think there's a problem with the filters. In fact, everything we know tells us that they are performing well.
The feds in the state are going back to these 26 homes to try and figure out why the lead there is elevated. Now, while that's ongoing, the need for water continues. This is a crisis, and in all crises, there are some who rise to the occasion. Marseille Allen is one of them.
I guess it's just a sense of responsibility and citizenship.
Allen, who's a state employee, started one of only 2 GoFundMe accounts that GoFundMe itself has donated to. So far, she's raised more than $30,000 for her Water for Flint effort and is out delivering it, even late, on a Friday night.
For me, being involved in government in the past, this is my country, this is my city now, and so I wanted to help. I wanted to play my part.
Back here live, Marseille tells me she's gotten donations from all around the world to help out here, and that she couldn't do it not only without the donations, but co-workers, like her co-workers at the Michigan Department of Corrections who stepped up today to help her deliver water, as well as businesses like Emergency Restoration that donated trucks to move a lot of water. Devin, Kim, back to you.
Mara, I think a lot of people have wondered about the trustworthiness of these filters all along, and then a story like tonight's comes out where we see these testing levels higher than what some of these filters are rated. What are you hearing from folks there? Are they trusting the filters they've been given?
I think that everybody's sort of holding their breath on the filters, but Devin, it's interesting. The feds made it clear today that they think those filters are capable of doing the job. There is even a question whether those filters are capable. They're rated for 150 parts per billion for lead, okay? But here's the thing. There's a possibility that they can handle more than 150 parts per billion. Nobody here is ready to say take the filter off or it's not sufficient. Right now they're saying it is. So stand by. We'll see if that changes.
We certainly will. All right, Mara. Kim?
Well, we've also learned today a congressional oversight committee will meet next week to discuss the situation in Flint. The House hearing will be held next Wednesday. Governor Snyder is not invited, but former Flint emergency manager Darnell Early has been invited to testify. Early is currently running Detroit Public Schools. And also today, Governor Snyder signed a $28 million funding bill for the water crisis. The money will pay for anything from bottled water to medical treatment. The governor says he will propose, I should say, a long-term funding plan to address the needs of Flint on February 10th.